What's up, guys? Sir Symmetry here, and I wanted to talk to you guys about the importance of breathing. I know this topic has been covered plenty of times, but I wanted to make it again to emphasize how important it is, not only the way it affects you physiologically, but the way it affects you mentally. The way that it can help you think, it can help you feel better, it can bring you happiness. And one of the inspirations that I got to make this video is from Kevin Hart, because he talked about how you can tell the difference between a dumb baby and a dumb kid versus a smart kid. Because the dumb kid, whenever they would cry, they wouldn't breathe. So basically, when they cried, it was just a straight tone, just like a wah. But a smart kid knew when he'd cry that he's supposed to breathe while he's crying. And the reason why I know that it's of course it's Kevin Hart. He's a comedian. But the way I looked at that was how important it is and how beneficial breathing can be to you. Because when we get anxious, when people who have any kind of anxiety, social anxiety, test anxiety, the first thing that goes is their breath. You can, even when we get mad, when we get angry, and people are just frustrated, you can even tell when you're in a very intense discussion or an argument. You'll see people, they'll just, because they have to get a breath in because they've been just clenching their jaw, just holding their breath. But the reason why that affects you, let's just say on a physical note, is how when you don't breathe, one of the most important things that we have is getting oxygen to our brain. If we're not getting oxygen to our brain and to our body and throughout our whole body, really, it can be very detrimental to our health. One of the things that has helped a lot of fibromyalgia patients is just breathing better, because it's an issue. It's a whole pain in your whole body. There's really no source of the pain. It's a really big thing. But breathing can affect you physically because it's very important for cellular respiration, for the oxygen to reach the cells to basically breathe. And it helps you feel better, it helps you move better. And the way that it can affect you mentally is the way that you think. When people drink alcohol, alcohol inhibits oxygen to the brain. That's why the more we drink, the more that we're going to get drunk and the more that we can't think, because we are not getting air to our brains. So another important thing, going back to the whole depression, any emotional issues that we're having, if we are not breathing, we're not gonna feel good. The anger, the anxiety. Have you ever seen something? Let's just say, you saw somebody that you didn't want to see. The first thing that goes is you freeze up and then you don't breathe. And so this is why deep breathing exercises are very important, because when you practice that daily, you will get better at breathing. I know that this whole topic, we breathe, we consciously breathe because that's how we stay alive. So most people are like, well, why do I have to breathe? That is important, but because it is, yeah, we are breathing to stay alive. But if you want to feel better every day, it's really important to do daily exercises of breathing. The ones that I like to do for breathing is, of course, Elliot's breathing into your balls, doing the bioenergetic stuff. That is really great. One of the things for me that I particularly love is meditation. Meditation really helps me a lot. So if you are having any kind of issues, any attention disorders, any kind of anxiety issues, be very aware of your situation and the way very aware of your body and the way that what it's doing and things like that, because it's very important to be aware that if you're breathing or not. So if you feel anxious, if you're feeling nervous, and you know, just take a deep breath. What has helped me a lot is doing meditation. I'm what I would call a space cadet. I think a lot. I'm like dreaming a lot. My mind is always somewhere else. When people try to talk to me or whenever I try to do something, my mind always wanders. But what has helped me a lot is meditation, doing daily meditation, 15 to half an hour a day. Before I couldn't even do a half an hour, even 10 minutes, but I've been getting so consistent with it. And it's very slow, but I see the results. I see it when I'm talking to people, when I'm comprehending things, when I'm trying to do things on a daily basis. I can see myself honing, like getting that tunnel vision and just doing what I'm supposed to do. And meditation has really helped me a lot. If you're looking for any venues, like you're like, wait, well, what kind of meditation should I do? I personally prefer guided meditation. There's lots of people out there. Eckhart Tolle, one of my most favorite authors out there. If you haven't read his book, The Power of Now, please go and get it. He has a few floating around on YouTube. I'm not 100% sure if he does have any CDs or whatever, but even just those, that's kind of what I started with and staying consistent with when I was doing my meditation, was the Eckhart Tolle meditations, guided meditations. So if you want to start with that, start with there. There was another one a friend told me about. Her name's like Lois. I think she's an older like generation. Like she's been around for a while, because I was listening to one of her things and it talked about how you're supposed to flip the tape, which I don't think a lot of kids nowadays knew you would have to flip a tape to go listen to the other side. So definitely, if you are having any kind of issues in life in general, pain, any kind of anxiety, depression, please, like, go out there and just breathe some fresh air. I'm really grateful that I live in Florida. It's December and it's like 70 something degrees, 80 something, I think maybe low, like 80 degrees, whatever. But we get fresh air, live close to the beach. So go out and breathe some fresh air and take very deep breath. And you will feel better. You're gonna feel energized, and things in your mind and your body are gonna change. So keep doing it, keep meditating, and I will see you on the other side. Boom.